Let's dive into one of the biggest, most mind-bending ideas in all of science, the concept of nothing. We're going on a journey into the cosmic void, this place we all think of as just empty. But what if it's not? What if it's actually the source of, well, everything? It all boils down to one seemingly simple question that has just stumped thinkers for thousands of years. What is nothing? I mean, really, is it just the absence of stuff, or could it be something else entirely?
Let's try a little thought experiment. Just imagine for a second a state before the universe. There are no stars, no planets, no light. Time itself hasn't even started ticking yet. It's a silence so deep, there's nothing for it to be silent about. That absolute, total emptiness. That's what we call the void. But here's the thing. For ancient philosophers, this idea of nothing was a huge headache, a complete paradox. For a long, long time, they actually argued that true nothing was logically impossible. So let's unpack why.
So you have this Greek philosopher, Parmenides, and he puts it pretty bluntly. His logic was, kind of clever. The second you start thinking or talking about nothing, you've made it into a something. It's a concept. It has a name. So true, absolute nothingness, it can't exist. And for centuries, that was pretty much the final word. Until modern physics came along and blew that idea wide open.
And this, right here, gets to the very heart of the mystery. Our gut, our intuition, tells us that the void is just this sterile, dead, empty space. But what quantum mechanics has shown us is a reality that is just completely different. It's a place buzzing with energy, constant activity, and just packed with latent potential. So, let's take a trip into that quantum world and see what scientists are really talking about when they say nothing is actually a boiling ocean of something. Okay, so the key to all of this is a wild phenomenon called quantum fluctuations. It turns out that even in a perfect vacuum, you take out all the matter, all the light, all the heat, space itself is literally fizzing with energy. Particles are constantly popping in and out of existence. Emptiness, it turns out, is not empty at all.
This incredible activity comes from these things called virtual particles. So out of absolutely nowhere, a pair, one particle of matter and its opposite, antimatter, just emerges from the void. They hang around for this impossibly tiny fraction of a second, and then they collide, annihilate each other, and poof, they vanish right back into that background energy. And this isn't some rare event. It's happening everywhere, all the time.
So the quantum void isn't zero energy. It's just the lowest possible energy a system can have. Because of a fundamental rule in physics, Heisenberg's uncertainty principle, that energy level can never be perfectly, absolutely zero. It has to fluctuate. A great way to think about it is like a calm sea that just can't stop creating tiny ripples. And get this isn't just a cool theory. Scientists can actually measure the tiny forces these ripples create. It's real.
Okay, so if the void is this energetic, simmering sea of potential, it leads us to the biggest question of them all. Could this be where our entire universe actually came from?
This idea completely flips our view of the void. It's not some tomb where things go to end. It's a womb where everything begins. It's like this invisible matrix that holds every single possibility, all the potential universes, just waiting for the right moment to spark into reality.
And according to quantum cosmology, that's pretty much what happened. Our whole reality was just one possible fluctuation among countless others. It just needed one tiny, random flicker, one little ripple that got out of sync, that lasted just a fraction of a second too long. And that one flicker triggered the Big Bang. Instead of annihilating, one of those fleeting virtual particles survived just long enough to kick off a runaway process of cosmic inflation. It was like a single ripple in the void, unfurling into an entire universe.
And in that one incredible moment, the void gave birth to it all. Space, time, light, matter. Every single thing that we call reality was born from what we once thought was absolute nothingness.
But the void story didn't stop there.
Not even close. Today, cosmologists believe that the energy that's just inherent in the void itself, what they call dark energy, makes up something like 70% of the entire universe's energy budget. And that energy is what's pushing the universe to expand faster and faster. The void isn't just our origin story, it's our present and our future.
So this cosmic story, it brings us all the way from the edge of the universe right back to, well, to us. If this creative nothingness is the source of all matter and energy, it leads to a really profound question. Could it also be connected to the source of our own consciousness? Now, okay, this is where we're definitely tiptoeing the line between physics and philosophy. It's a speculative leap for sure, but it's a fascinating one, isn't it? Is there a real link between this full void of the quantum world and the inner world of our own minds? And this isn't just some fringe idea. You have respected, brilliant thinkers, physicists and philosophers like Penrose and Bohm, who have seriously wondered if consciousness itself might emerge from these fundamental quantum jitters. The idea is that the very same void that birthed the stars could also be the womb of thought itself. I mean, think about it. When you quiet your mind during meditation, or you feel that sense of pure awe just looking up at a starry night, what is that feeling? It's a kind of inner stillness, right? A creative silence. Maybe, just maybe, in those moments, we're tapping into that exact same primordial source. So we're left with this really powerful thought. If the entire cosmos, with all its galaxies and stars, could burst forth from a silent void, what incredible potential is just waiting inside your own moments of stillness? What new ideas, what future will you create from your silence?